Okay, that helps. Hey, how you doing? So, as I was saying, there's a character creation coming up. And I talked to everybody and they said, quit being a perfectionist and all that. And I get it, but there's still just one thing that I couldn't in good conscience put out. It's not that bad, but I couldn't, I had to fix it. So, uh, when we did that video, it was about 3 in the morning and grandpa started to fade away. And it was a little bit difficult to get the words out. And the stammering has to be smoothed out a little bit. But other than that, it's ready to go. Uh, I know. Uh, but well, the other thing about it is I'd like to play. I think that, I understand it's kind of a staple of these things to have the character generation deal, and I did it. I'm fine with that. But I'd like to just play it. I think the best way to display something uh, so people can get a feel of what they're potentially buying if they're interested, or to even decide if they're interested, is just to play it. So I'm asking people if you'd be interested in doing a play test. So let me not a play test. It's been play tested, but doing a play demonstration more accurately, and just playing it online so people can see. That's what I'd like to do at this point. Um, so it'll be 3 to 5. I guess we could go with 3. It doesn't have to be a major thing, but it'd be nice to get through, 5 people. Um, and of course, there's always working out a time. Thanks for coming by for 10 seconds. Um, but hopefully, we can work something out that works for people. Everybody involved. Here's the way I like to do it when I assemble people to play online. Is I People go, well, what time? I need to know what time. Why don't you tell me what time's good for you? And I'll try to get as many people to say I'm interested as I can, and then try to out of that group, hopefully find enough that are able to stretch their schedule so they can all find a common place to play, common time. Um, I think that's the best way to do it. It gives more opportunity for, instead of telling everybody, well, let's do it at this date and time, and everybody goes, oh, nope, can't do it, and you've just written yourself out of 5 people. Let's just see if, you know what I mean? So, love to see that done. Really looking forward to doing the Star Trek thing, which I hate to have to say hopefully, but I have a co host who really is quite, well, ill, frankly. Um, don't want to get into details because they deserve their privacy, but it's one of these things that comes and goes, and mostly comes. But anyway, the thing is that she's always got the caveat that something might flare up and then she won't be able to do it. But I'm hoping for Monday. She's a very big Star Trek fan and very knowledgeable about it. And I want to do that Star Trek thing. I just think it'd be interesting. I really like sci-fi. And if you didn't hear what it was yesterday, um, somebody turned me on to a light miniatures print and play Star Trek ish game, and I wanted to take a FASA Star Trek game from the 80s and put the two together and just go, okay, well, here's their rules for combat. Here's FASA's rules for combat, and see where it is in these old 80s rules, specifically where people go, see, that's too complex or whatever. Just kind of get an idea of why people are always invoking that term with some of these older games, and see where the differences lie and stuff like that. and just talk general Star Trek and have an interesting show where we have some people discuss things. So I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to do these things every day, not just the updates. I got a schedule for some shows. Um, I'm trying to find my sea legs as a solo person. I, I've done it a couple of times, and I, I, I have a co-host because it works better. I work better with a back and forth flow. But as I just said, she's got a lot of issues. So, uh, health issues, just to be clear. So, I'll have to go on my own at some points. But what helps a lot is to have uh, people that are willing to participate, be it in chat. You can come up here and talk with me. I've got the whole, panel discussion thing. And most of the stuff that I want to do is interactive. I don't like standing on a soapbox or behind a pulpit and just preaching. Um, I want to do things with the people. Like we have a world creation thing that we'd like to restart. And it's a group thing where people can put in their suggestions, come up with ideas, and we can collaborate on a new world. Excuse me. Um, Still like to talk war games. I don't know if anybody from the war game, side of things ever watches lives, but I'd like to talk about that for one of them, and just general RPG stuff uh, on the other days. Just kind of looking around. What I normally like to do is I'll see what's being talked about on the social apps or whatever, and then find a topic that's being discussed, and then bring it to the live here and discuss it, preferably with audience members who want to exchange ideas in a positive and constructive manner. So that's what I'm looking for. Also, if you've tuned into the short little teaser that I named Billy Baru, which is just an old 80s movie reference, I talked to Bill Sylvie tonight. I want to show him some more of it. I talked to him about what I have shown already. We'll bring that back out and we'll show more of it. It's called the Billy Baru. It's just a kind of a silly inside joke that I came up with, naming uh, a little collection of TSR related products from back in the day that are samples. There's some original artwork uh, and other printed material from TSR products. According to my uncle who gave it to me, some of the stuff never saw the light of day as far as being a product on the shelves. So we'll see if that's where that is. Um, he worked for a company that did the packaging and printing of the packaging for TSR all the way through to the purchase by Watsy. So we'll pull that out and take a look at all of it and show you some goodies. What I've pulled out so far, I'll bring back too. So that's just some of the things going on in the next week or so. All righty. Not much else than that. More content's coming. I've got some help in editing it so I can start putting it out faster. I've put out a few shorts and a couple of videos. So please check out Campaigns and Conquests on YouTube. Talk to you soon. Have a good night. As soon as I hit the button.